Hi guys, let us try and solve the NDA paper that came on April the 10th, Sunday, and let us see what all we had covered in the class and how that mapped to the real paper. If you look at part A, ordering of words in a sentence, that is jumbled sentences. We've done lots of jumbled sentences in the class. My name is Mukharjee. I head the Defense Services courses at Focus Academy, the NDA courses, CDS, OTA, AFCAT, Air Force XY, Territorial Army, all these courses. Let us start solving the paper. First question. There are many ways of dealing with intransigent customers, but perhaps the best way is to agree with them without excessive argumentation. That is QSPR. That is your B option. Let's look at the second question. India achieved remarkable economic development in the years following the landmark reforms inaugurated via liberalization in the year 1991. That is Q. India achieved remarkable economic development in the years following QP, the landmark reforms inaugurated via QPSR. So, second question, QPSR, D option. Let us look at the third question. In the arena of sport, perhaps the greatest moment in Indian Olympic history was the victory secured by the women's hockey team against Australia in the Olympics, in the Tokyo Olympics. So in the arena of sport, perhaps, that's Q. The greatest moment in Indian Olympic history, because that is a subset of the superset, which is the arena of sport. So we begin with the arena of sport, which is the superset, and then come to the subset, which is Olympics and Olympic history. That's a subset of the greater arena of sport. In the arena of sport, perhaps, Q, the greatest moment in Indian Olympic history, QS. So we have located it, narrowed it down to option C. Was the victory secured by the women's hockey team P against Australia in the Tokyo Olympics, at the Tokyo Olympics? At would have been better than in, so at would have been a more accurate preposition, but they have said against Australia in the Tokyo Olympics, so that's fine. At is better than in. Q, S, P, R, option C. Let's look at the fourth question. Economic progress is determined. So there are two options with S. So we've narrowed it down to A and C. Economic progress is determined in terms of GDP and GNP. So SP, that is the correct option. C is the correct option. In terms of GDP and GNP, which are the two major determinants for gauging the success of a nation. SR, SP, RQ. Economic progress is determined in terms of GDP and GNP, SP, which are the two major determinants are for gauging the success of a nation, Q, SPRQ, C option. Let's look at the fifth question. They can twist and shake their wobbly heads. They can twist and shake their wobbly heads. You begin with R. There's only one thing which begins with R. So it has to be option B. They can twist and shake their wobbly heads with the aplomb of a stage artist, RP. Now the rest of it you're just confirming which is the correct answer. They can twist and shake their wobbly heads with the aplomb of a stage artist, mesmerizing the gullible into believing, RPS, that they are not men of straw, RPSQ. Let's look at the sixth question. On the one hand, there is the immense beauty. So it begins with R, only one begins with R, only D begins with R. That has to be the correct answer. On the one hand, there is the immense beauty of its rain-soaked verdure, the greenery, verdant greens, of its rain-soaked verdure. And on the other, so RPQ, and on the other there are the artifacts of its visible modernity, RPQS. That's option D. Let's look at the seventh one. The causes of extreme poverty are often rooted in the inequalities of social systems. The causes, Q, two begin with Q, A and B, so it has to be either A or B. The causes of extreme poverty, QR. There are two QRs, A and B. So we are still with A and B. The causes of extreme poverty are often rooted, QRP. So we have option A. The causes of extreme poverty are often rooted in the inequalities of social systems, QRPS. Moving on to question 8. You must judge a person by the way he behaves and not by the way he looks. So R, P, Q, S. That's option A. You must judge a person by the way he behaves and not by the way he looks. 9th. Always opt for the option that causes the least discomfort whenever in doubt. Let's begin with whenever in doubt. Whenever in doubt, begin with R. Whenever in doubt, always opt for the option RS. Always opt for the option that causes the least discomfort to the greatest number of people. So begin with R, move on to S, RS, Q, P. That's option C. Whenever in doubt, always opt for the option that causes the least discomfort to the greatest number of people. We have done many such jumbled sentences in the class at Focus Academy. So our students would have done really well in the English paper on Sunday, the 10th of April. Faith and belief are, so it begins with S, and only one begins with S, so it has to be option B. Faith and belief are our greatest defense, SR, against the despondency, the depression. Faith and belief are our greatest defense against the despondency brought by bad times. It is SRQP, option B. Let us look at the synonyms questions, 11 to 20th. After a good meal, it is important to pay a compliment to the chef. Praise. Compliment is a praise. You compliment somebody, you praise somebody. Option B. His work is laudable. His work is praiseworthy, deserves praise. Option A. Raj is a competent carpenter. Capable, not exceptional. Capable. Competent is just capable, not exceptional. So competent is capable, A. 13A. 14th. He is diligent in submitting assignments. Conscientious. He believes in what his conscience tells him, what his heart tells him. Yeah? Diligent. Conscientious. 14D. 15th, he appears to be reticent, withdrawn. To be reticent is to be withdrawn. 16th, he is always jovial, he is always cheerful. Jovial is cheerful. Mohan remains morose these days. Morose is sullen. We have done these words in the class, yeah? Morose is sullen. He was a reluctant learner, unwilling, not willing to do something, reluctant. He was a reluctant learner, unwilling, 18C. 19th, Amit is optimistic about the prospects of his investments. He's sanguine, he's optimistic. We've done the word sanguine in class. Amit is optimistic, 19D. Sanguine about the prospects of his investments. 20th, Sachin is very cooperative by nature. Complacent with an S. That is option A. So complacent is to be cooperative. Complacent is being cooperative. Somebody who believes in getting along with another person is complacent. Okay? He's agreeable. He's cooperative. Idioms and phrases. We've done many idioms and phrases. We have given you booklets on idioms and phrases at Focus Academy. Let's look at 21 to 30th. Counting your chickens. Confident about being successful. Confident of success is 21A. So the idiom is do not count your chickens before they are hatched. So there was this lady going with a basket of eggs on her head. She was counting her chickens and then she was careless and the entire basket fell and all the eggs broke. So the moral is do not count your chickens before they are hatched. Confident of success. The icing on the cake is the extra benefit over and above an already good deal. 22B. The icing on the cake is the extra benefit over and above an already good deal. A stitch in time. The idiom is a stitch in time saves 9. So 23rd, timely action that prevents a negative outcome. 23rd D is the correct option. To be at 6s and 7s is a state of total confusion. Which is another idiom for this? To be at 6s and 7s that we have done in class. To be all at sea. To be all at sea. So you're lost in the sea. You're looking up to the sun to understand where is the east and where is the west and how is the sun traversing in the sky. And if it's night time, you look for the pole star to find out the true north in case you're in the north hemisphere. So we have done this example in the class. So to be at 6s and 7s is to be in a state of total confusion, to be all at sea. Talking 20 to the dozen, talking hurriedly and rapidly, 25A. 26th, under the weather, unwell. To be under the weather is to be unwell. To sit on the fence, 27th. To be undecided. You're sitting on the fence. So in terms of the Russia-Ukraine war, India seems to be sitting on the fence. It is still not kind of decided, whether it really wants to criticize Russia or go a little easy because we have a lot of military supplies coming from Russia, cheap energy coming from Russia, etc. So sitting on the fence, to be undecided. 28th, once in a blue moon, rarely. Option C, rarely. 29, through thick and thin, through difficult times. So he was a good friend of mine. He stuck by me through thick and thin, through the ups and downs of life, through difficult times, 29D. Like chalk and cheese, 30th, very different from each other. 30th A, very different from each other. Let us look at spotting the errors, 31 onwards. A company of 5,000 soldiers, having marched tirelessly for over 5 days, has just moved into their cantonment. A company is a singular. It won't be have just moved. Subject verb agreement. A company being singular has just moved. C is the error. 31, C is the error. Every person who believes in principles must stand up to fight for his convictions, not their convictions. An incorrect pronoun has been used. Again, it is singular. Each and every, remember in class I told you, each and every stands for singular, connotes singular. So when it's singular, the pronoun will also agree for his convictions. Okay? So C is the error. 33rd, the Olympic Games reflects, the games reflect, it's plural. The Olympic Games reflect the highest spirit of human endeavor and achievement. A is the error. Subject-verb agreement. Lots of questions from subject-verb agreement and from singular plural, which is what we spend a lot of time on in class. So 31, 32, 33, all have to do with singular plural and subject-verb agreement. The Olympic Games reflect the highest spirit of human endeavor and achievement. A. The principal of the school stressed the need for discipline amongst the students. It is better to say among the students. The principal of the school stressed the need for discipline among the students. C is the error. Not amongst, but among. 34C. "35. Failure is the stepping stone to success. However, successive failures are not successive stepping stones to success." No error. It's a perfect sentence. 36. So D is the answer for 35. No error. 36. India's strengths are its diversity of culture and the spirit of tolerance in its people. IT apostrophe S. That is incorrect. It has to be without an apostrophe. Its people. Its people. When do you use an apostrophe? When you are doing a contraction. It is hot. It's hot. Therefore, its people is wrong. It has to be its people. This is not a contraction. Okay? So you cannot have an apostrophe there. Rarely does the UPSC give you punctuation errors and spot the errors. This year, they've given you punctuation errors as well. So along with grammar, there are 2 questions where punctuation has been given incorrectly in the UPSC paper this year. Once considered the 9th planet of the solar system, or once considered to be the 9th planet of the solar system, Pluto is today listed as the largest dwarf planet of the solar system. So it is A. Once considered 9th planet, there is a missing article. It's an error of omission. So there are 3 kinds of errors when we deal with articles. And again, article errors are not all that common in UPSC papers, but we have done a lot of article errors in class, and this time a question has been asked and you know that you get 4 marks in case you get it right, and you lose 1.33 marks in case you get it wrong, or 0 if you leave it. So it is important to also focus on articles. What are the 3 kinds of mistakes that are made in the area of articles? One is an error of omission when you leave out an article. One is an error of commission when you use an article when an article is not required. And the third is an error of substitution where you use an incorrect article, a for an for a. So these are the kind of errors in terms of articles. So here an article has been left out. Once considered to be the 9th planet of the solar system, Pluto is today listed as the largest dwarf planet of the solar system. So 37A. 38. The greatest glory in life is to be able to realize one's dreams and ambitions. You need an apostrophe there. It cannot be without an apostrophe, because there is a contraction there. He scored runs in ones and twos. No apostrophe. One's ambition. You will need an apostrophe here. One's ambition. Okay? Because here what you're saying is, you're using numbers, ones and twos, which means he did not score any boundaries or any sixers. Okay? He accumulated runs in ones and twos. No apostrophe there, but here you need an apostrophe. The greatest glory in life is to be able to realize one's dreams and ambitions with an apostrophe. B is where the error is, without trampling on those of others. Okay? 39th. To be able to manage one's anger is a reflection of an individual's psychological maturity. That's fine. So perfect sentence. No error. 39. 40th. An honest mistake. Because it does not matter whether the letter is a consonant letter or a vowel letter. What matters is, what is the sound? Is it a vowel sound or a consonant sound? So an honest mistake is no more than that. Just an honest mistake. It's not a honest mistake, it's an honest mistake. Because although the letter is a consonant letter, it is producing an open vowel sound. H is a consonant, honest, and the sound is O. Therefore, an honest man. Okay? Similarly, university, although the letter is a vowel, the sound is a y. It's a consonant sound written phonetically like this with a lowercase j. That is the sound for y, for yes. That is the sound for y in the International Phonetic Alphabet. So, a university, although it's a vowel, the sound is a consonant sound. Although it's a consonant, the sound is a vowel sound. An honest man. Consonant sounds are sounds where there is an interruption in your out breath. Ta, da, la, ja, za, sa. And vowel sounds are sounds where there is no interruption in your out breath. Oo, ah, e, o, ow. Okay? So, an honest mistake is no more than that, just an honest mistake. A is where the error is. 40th A. Let's look at antonyms, the last part of the paper. 41 to 50, opposite word meanings. He is essentially a crude person. He is essentially a refined person. B. His confidence is high. His diffidence. He's not confident, he's diffident. We've done this in class. That is A. A is the antonym. 43rd is integrity is noticed. His dishonesty. Integrity. This politician is a rare politician. He has a lot of integrity. This politician is dishonest. So integrity, dishonesty is the antonym. 43D. She's a benevolent individual. The antonym is malevolent. Benevolent, benefiting others. Malevolent, trying to harm others. We have done this in class. 44C. She is a benevolent individual. She is a malevolent individual. His sartorial manner, the way he dresses, his unstylish manner is judged. His sartorial manner is judged. His unstylish manner is judged. So he doesn't dress well. He's not stylish. So unstylish is the antonym of sartorial. 46th. This piece of art is authentic. The antonym is fake. 46D. This piece of art is authentic. This piece of art is fake. So the antonym of authentic is fake. Option D. The deluge, the flood, which is a biblical term, affected the population. The antonym is drought, when there's no rain. So 47B is the option, drought. The deluge affected the population. The drought affected the population. B is the antonym. 48th. His dedication is known to all. His apathy. So he is dedicated. He does not care. He is apathetic. So his apathy is known to all. 49th. His perspicacity was remarkable. His dullness. Perspicacity is being sharp, being quick, quick-witted. That is perspicacious. Sharp person. Opposite, dull person. So B option. His perspicacity was remarkable. His dullness was remarkable. The last question, 50th. He has a penchant. It is written as penchant, P-E-N-C-H-A-N-T. The correct pronunciation is penchant. He has a penchant for spicy food. We have done this in class. Words like rendezvous and penchant, which have very different foreign kind of pronunciations because they've been taken from other languages into English. So he has a penchant for spicy food. He has a love for spicy food. He has a dislike for spicy food as the antonym. 50th, D is the correct option. So those of you who've studied with me, who've studied with us at Focus Academy, have done most of the paper. I think a large component of the NDA English paper on Sunday the 10th of April came directly from what we have studied in class and what we have practiced in class. So if you want to certainly clear your written NDA exam and CDS and OTA and AFCAT and TA, Air Force XY, naval exams, etc., please call us at Focus Academy, come and meet us, do a demo session and take admission, and let's study together and ensure that you get your SSB call letter. I'm Supradeep Mukharjee. I head the defense courses at Focus Academy, and it has been a pleasure interacting with you over this video today. Thank you.